Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing What If Naruto was part ghoul. But before we get into that, I have a new Discord shits. I'm gonna link it in the pinned comment down below, the name and like an invitation bullshit thing. Before I do that, let me just turn that off and turn that on. Anyway, so I actually kinda like that light on, but it's gonna burn through my battery. So I last left this part off with Karin asking Naruto, can she keep the bite mark that Naruto gave her? And Naruto was like, wait, why? That was the whole purpose, of me helping. It was supposed to, like, so you can get, I wanted to help you get your wounds healed and you can go live a happy life without looking back at the past. And Karin looks at him and was like, well, you were the only good thing to happen to me since my mom, died. So I would assume, just in case, you ever run away from, like, if you ever run away or you die or you leave me somewhere, I would have this to remind you by. And Naruto kind of, like, he cringes, because that is some cringe ass shit, not gonna cap. But, they hear something in the forest, so Naruto tells them that they have to go. And they dip, and, like, as they're, like, they leave, and there's some random bounty hunter tracking them. Well, not a bounty hunter, he's more or less, I'm gonna say like there's this organization that hunts people down with red Genkai, kind of like how they're like Genkai is like haikus and shit like that, to try to inbreed, like to try to breed them with other people to make their band of people stronger. Or let's say, a rich guy wants to have a daughter, or some shit like that, or a rich woman wants to have a something like that, and they want, I don't know, any type of Genkai. Maybe somebody wants to be like Naruto or Karin for that matter, because there aren't a lot of fucking like Uzumakis or anybody like Naruto anymore. So, or what they think. So they just, after seeing and hearing about them, they decided, yo, let's get them, and we'd be chilling. So Naruto, like, well, yeah, they sent some people after them, and yeah, that's the people that are tracking them now. So not like they leave, and Naruto's like, that's not a leaf shinobi, and Karin was like, how do you know that? And Naruto's like, it's simple, because a leaf shinobi wouldn't be behind us with killing intent, and, well, leaf shinobi plural wouldn't be behind us with killing intent. And she was like, what? And Naruto pushed her off to the side, and it was a kunai, and it hit Naruto in the shoulder like area, like that joint where your funny bone is. It hits Naruto right there, and Naruto hits the floor, and Karin hits the tree. And Karin, well, she didn't pass out, but she gets incapacitated. These are still children, by the way. It's not full blown teenager Karin or full blown teenager Naruto. These are still children. And most of the times, Naruto was in a fight, it was because of the fact that he let his ghoulish personality take control, and that's how he won. Anyway, so Naruto basically, like, he looks over there and he sees them, like, picking her up, and his personality takes over again, and he's like, she's mine. And, like, she's not, like, they didn't drug her up or anything. She just hit the tree a little too hard and passed out. Well, was on the way of passing out, like, yeah. And all she heard from Naruto was, before she had passed out, was that she's mine, and his fucking back opened up like a damn butterfly again. And by the time, like, when she woke up, Naruto had her, like, Naruto and her were sitting in like this weird cage area. And she was like, Naruto, where are we? And Naruto was like, don't worry, we're just at a police station. And they only brought us here. They brought us here because I walked into town with you, and I was covered in fucking blood. And she asks Naruto, like, is that like a Kikagenkai? And Naruto's like, yeah, it's, the Kikagenkai of a distinct older clan, an extinct older clan, kind of like how the Uzumaki clan is now. And she was like, so what is that? And Naruto basically explains everything to her about how if they let their emotions get the best of them, they can become ruthless killers, cannibals, you know, primates, like anything of the such. Like, if they let their emotions get the best of them for way too long, they could basically revert back down to fucking, well, their mindsets will revert back down to fucking animals and shit, and they'll be running around eating raw meat and shit like they actually can. But Naruto just doesn't choose to. So, Naruto basically asks her, tells her that just make sure that it never happens again to him, and like, if the push comes to shove, do anything in your power to stop me from, just everything, because not only does he have to worry about his emotions, but the Nine Tails is also inside of him, and from what he's seen in history, his clan does have a tendency to want power, and lots of it, whether it be from consuming their own clan's Kekkei or whether it be from outside sources or inside sources. So she promises to Naruto, and she did some weird, like, when she promised, she like kind of nibbled, like, kind of like how you make a sealing contract. She bit like the tip of her finger, like the tip of her thumb, and she told Naruto to do the same thing. So then, like, they shook on it like that, like they put their thumbs together, and yeah, she promised, like, they promised shit. So yeah. Anybody with the right sense of mind that has watched Tokyo Ghoul should know exactly where the fuck this is going. But good luck on that one, fam. So I'm gonna say like 5 minutes pass, and then Jonin walks in, and he's like, "Oh well, we found the bandits, but how did you take them all out? Those are like S rank ninjas." And Naruto just looks at him and was like, "I just blacked out, like I didn't know what happened." And like the fuck, I can't explain the fucking, Konoichi walks in there to assess not Konan, fuck Kadin's like body, because she was passed out in Naruto's arm at the time. Yeah, so like basically she's doing fine. There's nothing wrong with her now. Like, the only thing that was wrong with her was the fact that she suffers from, like, she has a mild headache, and that's about it. So the Jonin asks them, do they have any parents? And Naruto basically says, no, we don't. Well, yeah, we do, but they're expecting us to come home. They live, somewhere off in the mountains. And the Jonin was like, why don't I take y'all there? And Naruto's like, nah, we got it. And they leave. Like, though the Jonin, like, pressured them, but Naruto, no, finesse guided his way out of there. So, the Jonin does mark it down because he is in the Hidden Leaf Village, and they didn't get the news about Naruto's disappearance yet. So, they didn't get that news yet. So, yeah. 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 So, fucking, when Naruto, like, when they walk, like, they walk, like they immediately try to get as far away from that area as possible. And then like longer than like 30 minutes after they leave, the news hits of, Naruto and like the girl. So like the Jonin is pretty pissed off because like that could have been his biggest payday ever. And like Naruto is considered an S rank mission because not only is he the Nine Tails, but he has somewhat control over his very unique and dangerous Kikagenkai. So yeah, Naruto has, I'm gonna say like a 3 million, like, I don't know what the fuck they use as currency in that world. Just say $3 million. Well, $1 million The fuck, I don't know. Money on his head, like he has $1 million on his head. And the girl, even if they can get her to relay some information, that was like $5,000 on her head. So, yeah. And yes, if you're asking, they both are wanted alive. So Naruto, as they're heading out, Karin starts to get a little dizzy, and Naruto was like, "Well, it is because you just probably woke up. Like you just woke up from what's the name." Now, mind you, Naruto, I'm gonna say, in this, like just in this, because I don't know, because it happened in Tokyo Ghoul, but that was with organs, and this is just blood. So I'm gonna I'm gonna make the kick again. The only talk the bad part about their blood is the fact that like you can kill one of them, but their blood touches you or gets inside of your body in any way, shape, or form, it'll change you like to the point of where like you're resembling one of them. Either you're gonna have the speed and strength of one of them, or you're gonna have all of like their abilities. So yeah. And Karin, like she passes, like she's not, like she's just dizzy, and I'm gonna say they're probably like they headed up into the mountains, so they're in like a small cave area, and Naruto using his Kagune grabs like some small boulders and box up the cave that they're in just in case they're still being targeted, and they built like a little tunnel area, and Naruto pokes not like he pokes some rocks out so that way they don't suffocate from the fire. So like yeah, it's like little like I don't even know what fucking how big my hand is. It's like if you hold your hand out, that's how big the hole is. So like yeah. And they light the fire and they go to sleep. Well, not to sleep. They're like just sitting in there. And because Kanye's like she's getting dizzier and dizzier, and Naruto basically asks her like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I feel fine. I just a little lightheaded." And Naruto's like, "Oh, I don't know why you're lightheaded, but okay, I guess. Anyway, you should probably try to get some rest. I'll stay up." And she was like, "But it's like 12." And Naruto's like, "Yeah, but you're lightheaded, meaning that you either are asleep or you're nauseous. So you should probably get a little bit of rest." So, they argue for like 30, not 30, for like 5 minutes about, her going to sleep. And then she ends up folding and she goes to sleep. And Naruto gets like a little note slid into like the little hole area. And it's yeah, a note slides into the little area and then fucking Madara appears in the cave. And Madara Obito was like, so but Obito didn't notice the note and neither did Naruto. The note slid in there before Madara or like Obito had got in there. So Madara basically asks Naruto. Well, fuck, I'm gonna call him Obito for right now because everybody knows he's fucking Obito, and I'm not gonna continue to call Obito fucking Madara. I'm sorry, I fucking hate that shit. Anyway, so Madara, Obito basically asks Naruto like, so who's the girl? What you doing with her? And Naruto's like, I don't know, she's weird. She's just here with me for now, I guess, till she gets scared or bored and leaves like everybody else ends up doing. And Obito was like, "Whoa, it was a little dark, ain't it?" And Naruto was like, "It doesn't matter, anyway." Um, and Naruto fuck. Obito, like, he just came there to talk. Not like to talk, but like let Naruto know that he is being hunted and targeted by every village, and he could just join him. And not every village, but specifically by the Leaf Village. But every other village knows that Naruto has like a bounty on his head, and if they turn in that bounty, they can get some decent amounts of cash. So Madara like asks him like, "You can just join us, and you don't need to worry about that because we'll keep y'all safe." And Naruto's like, "No, I think I'm gonna just be on my own for right now." And Naruto, Madara was like, "Oh," well, Obito was like, "Oh, okay, I guess," and he kind of weaves out. And Naruto notices a note, and the note states that now she's like, well, then when he opens the note, he notices like he reads off the note, and it's like now she's like us, burn the paper when you're done reading this. And Naruto flips it to the back, and he sees like what they did, like any transaction that involved Naruto's DNA. Well, yeah, any transaction that involved their DNA would alter her either way it went. So like if they kissed or anything of the such, she was gonna get altered no matter what they did. Well, saliva and other means, but blood and more or less like organs and shit like that would drastically change her. And Naruto looks over at her and he burns the paper like the thing says. And Naruto was like, okay. And then he looks up and he sees the masked lady like staring through the hole. And before like Naruto could do anything, she ushers him to be quiet. And Naruto was like, well, she was like, "You have to get stronger. You both have to get stronger now. In order for you to know who I am and for me to stay with you, you need to get much stronger than what you already are, and you need to stay on your own for as long as you possibly can and help out those who you come across and help out those who you think are your friends and that you can trust." And this was like their version of the tuning exams already happened, so Sasuke is going out of the Leaf Village now. This all happened within a day of the tuning within the day of the tuning exams. So yeah, he did leave the village, which is why she said that. And then she told then Naruto then Naruto went to sleep. Well, he didn't go to sleep, he stayed up all night and all day thinking about, because Karin slept for a whole 2 days. And when she woke up, when she finally woke up, Naruto was like, "Oh, you're up." I was getting worried. And Karin was like, "For what? It doesn't matter." And Naruto was like, "It doesn't matter now. We just need to train. And hopefully, you might have anything. There might not be anything." And she was like, "What?" Karin was like, "What? What do you mean there might not be anything?" And she's like, "Don't worry about it." Well, Naruto's like, "Don't worry about it." So for the next few, I'm gonna do a major fucking time skip here. Okay, just hear me out. Just hear me out. It's just 2 years. It's just 2 years. They're like 14 now. It's just 2 years. Relax, angry people. Relax. So for 2 years, I'll tell you what happened within those years, over the course of the other parts. But they are 20. Not 20. Fuck. Shit, I'm thinking of the year 2021. But they are 14 now. So, but basically what Naruto, what they've been doing, they were training in the mountains, training in the woods and shit. They were fighting people. Yeah. And they've been using that cave for the past couple of weeks and stuff. So now Karin and Naruto know each other, so they bicker back and forth a lot. everything like that. And sometimes it does get awkward, but most of the time it's not. And Naruto kind of walks around in something like this. Like, yeah, in something like this on the screen, basically. And Karin kind of wears something similar to that. The only difference is I'm gonna say that hers has a hood. Like hers isn't like a shirt over a long sleeve. Hers is like a long sleeve and a shirt and then like some pants. Yeah. And over the course of those like 2 years, during like the first few months of training, Naruto was literally like just bullying Karin and started noticing like she started to get more and more aggressive with every fight that they had. And she was getting more and more excited, kind of like how Naruto was. And, well, it's kind of like how Naruto was at the start, like when he first originally unlocked his Kagune. And then like a couple of days pass, and she unlocks her Kagune, and it's Rize's Kagune, like the one, yeah. And that one's a rare one too. A lot of people like from Naruto's clan just get, you know, the fucking flying one and the like the one that one dude had that obsessed over fucking Kaneki. That boy, I swear that boy was another version of Hisoka. I don't remember his name, but for you to constantly sniff this nigga blood off a fucking napkin and like, yeah. No, he was a different breed of fucking Hisoka. That man, they took Tokyo Ghoul took Hisoka and turned him into a ghoul and made him 10 times more perverted. I swear to God, can't nobody tell me different. If you think you can tell me different, tell me in the comment section. And you, man, because you have no idea how many times I think during the first season where this man has sat there, sniffed that damn thing, and was like, Kaneki! Like, no. Fuck no. Just stop. Just stop. Like, that shit was cringe on so many different levels. Anyway, let me get back to the story. So, yeah, they work in tandem. Like, Naruto and her are, like, the best. Like, she's kind of like a Konoichi. And now since she heals, like Naruto, her healing factor isn't up there with Naruto's, but it gets the job done. Like, the delay for hers is probably around like I'm gonna say like 2 minutes, but the delay for the delay for hers is like, I'm gonna say 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and the delay for Naruto's is a minute and a half, like a minute and 30 seconds. So yeah. That's because Naruto been using her as a fucking pin cushion. The only thing that didn't heal was the fact that bite on her shoulder, like that, yeah, like around her neck area, was because that happened before she became like Naruto. And they have a reputation. They're called the demons of the mountains because most people that come through there would just see, you know, them dressed in all black, and if they were doing something wrong or they were just hungry, like Naruto and them were just hungry. Like, it was one point in them 2 years where they got so hungry to the point where they cannibalized the person. But that was because they didn't have any food at the time. And it was like during a winter thing. And it was like a group of like shinobi. And the shinobi, after seeing these niggas literally fucking cannibalize somebody, just fucking dipped, and ever since then they've been called the demons of the mountains. And Naruto hears that Sasuke went with Orochimaru, so Naruto decides that maybe it's time they leave the mountains because people might be catching on. And as he's saying that, he hears like Kakashi and Guy and Hinata, and they coming over to see, you know, what these demons of the mountains looking like. So yeah, so Naruto they cover up the hole that they made to let the smoke out, and Kakashi quotes like, "It smells like firewood like over here," and my guy was like, "That's when you know you're getting close to the to the mountain demon's lair. You'll smell firewood. But this cave right here has been closed off for 2 years, so I doubt that they're gonna be in there. But then again, they are demons, so they could just be squeezing it through every other place." That's like the best Mike Guy impression I have, so I hope you're happy. um, and Hinata uses her Byakugan, and was like, there are two people, I think, in that cave. And Naruto looks over at Karin, and Karin, like, she looks over at him, and she uses, like, Naruto uses her Kagune, uses his Kagune and curls up into, like, a ball and grabs and, envelops her, too. And they, like, Kakashi hears this shit, and he's like, wait, move away from the cave, and then they come burrowing out. And Kakashi's like, wait, so the demons are Naruto? And, well, we kind of had a hunch about that, but, they said there were two, though. So Naruto, like, after they burrow out, and they start falling down, Naruto uses his Kagune, his other part of the Kagune, to grab onto the tree. Like, I'm gonna say, like, they weren't too far up off the ground, but they were still in the mountain area. And they were, like, I'm gonna say there was some very tall trees or some shit. And Naruto used his other Kagune to grab onto one of the trees and swing. And when he did that, he released, and Karin grabbed one of the trees, and they swung away. And Kakashi was like, wait, so was that girl one this entire time? And then Kakashi, like, saw something down in the forest. And he saw... Forgot her name again, shit. He saw Naruto's mom. The masked lady. So he goes, like, he tries to catch up to her. But she stops and she tells him, don't bother. I have to spectate my son. And see what he does with this interesting discovery. And, Kakashi was like, wait, so did they actually cannibalize somebody? And she turns around and was like, I was under strict orders not to, help them with anything, so I can't necessarily say that they wasn't the people that cannibalized somebody. And she dips. And Kakashi's like, so these niggas actually ate a full fucking person. And in front of these niggas, like, what the fuck? So, fucking, the fuck was it? Give me a second. Oh yeah. So Naruto basically, like, they start walking around, like, now, because Karin's hair at this point is completely white, and Naruto's hair was already white to begin with. So, like, now it took that little swing that Naruto had did with his Kagune, launched them. Like, they went flying, basically. So when, like, they had to use their Kagunes to brace for impact when they actually grabbed onto the other trees to swing away. And Guy was like, we're never going to catch up to them. They're, like, really fast. And Neji at this point was like, that's just childish. Like, we can catch up to them, but you guys are just too slow. And Lee was like, is that a challenge? And he unlocks one of the gates, and Naruto looks back and was like, oh, fuck. And Guy was like, that's a good idea, Lee. Let's go get him. And Rock Lee and Guy go and chase them down. And like Guy and Lee gets in front of them, and like a couple of minutes later, Kakashi and Sakura and Sai, they're all there. Yay, they're there. Those fucktards are there. No cap. Really quickly, I know I might make some Sai fans mad, but y'all be like Sakura is useless. What the fuck did Sai do during the series besides throwing shade at Sakura? I'm just saying is all. I don't remember him doing shit in the series. But hey, if y'all got some shit that he did, bro, let me know, cause I ain't seen him do shit. Anyway, so I know I just triggered somebody. Anyway, so Naruto basically was like, so y'all literally let Sasuke go with Orochimaru, and Kakashi was like, that's not the bigger picture here. The bigger picture is Naruto. It's been 2 years. Like, you need to come back to the Leaf Village. And Kakashi basically explains that they have a huge power disadvantage. Without him and whoever this person is needs to come back with us. And at this point in time, Naruto was like, oh, really? So what about that bounty that the Leaf Village put on my head? The one that dead or alive, or, dead or alive, because I'm an S rank, wanted somebody, you can, like, they would really want me back alive, but dead is an option as well if that need be the case, You think I didn't see the posters? And Sakura was like, who is that? And Naruto looks at Sakura and was like, my companion doesn't need to speak to you. Or any of you for that matter. And like Naruto, like Kakashi was like, that's enough. We just need to get you guys back to the Leaf Village. And Naruto was like, I'll come back. For right now at least. So they start headed back. Like Kakashi was like, wait, really? Like there's no fight? Like there's nothing? You're just gonna come back. And there's gonna no fight, no now I'm gonna just kill y'all and go take over the Leaf. There's none of that, nothing. And Naruto was like, I said I was coming back. Like, would you rather me fucking run again? Stay going for another 2 years? Fuck? Hello? Answer the question. And since Neji, I just remembered, nobody put Neji in his fucking place during the Chunin exams, did they? Because the person that put Neji in his place was fucking, this gonna be a breeze! I'm gonna make that nigga mad. Oh my god, bro. Now I'm finna do Neji so dirty, bro. So Neji still got that disrespectful side toward Hinata. So as they're like walking around, like they're headed back to the Leaf Village, and Hinata keeps trying to get Neji to, teach her some moves. Cause she idolizes Neji. Like really bad in this, like she idolizes Neji really bad in this one. So because of that fact, she keeps asking, and Neji keeps declining, and I'm gonna say he got irritated once. Like he got irritated because Naruto's companion, aka Karin, turned around and like smirked, but like she has like a face mask thing over her face, like kind of like how Kakashi has, and she only shows like one eye because her other eye, fucking ghoulish. Well, it's normal, and she can turn her ghoul eye on and off. Anyway, but that's neither here or there, so rip. So she looks over and she smirks. And Naruto looks back and was like, why don't you teach her some moves? And Neji turns around and Hinata, she gets a smile on her face. And Neji's like, alright, fine, let me teach you some moves now. And Kakashi was like, this can wait till we get back to the village. And she was like, nah. Well, he was like, nah. Some moves. Just some moves. So then Naruto, like, he goes and he tries to like use like their train, like they have a small little training session, but Neji was using this as just a way to release his stress off of the situation because Naruto, he's thinking of Naruto as like just this pest, and they shouldn't even have bothered to come and get him to begin with. The only reason why they want him back is because he has a unique Genkai and he has a Nine Tails. That's the only reason why they wanted him back. If any other reason besides that, it would have just been useless. He would have just been a lost cause, and they would have never fucking thought of him. So, like, they start training just a little bit, and Naruto at first wasn't really caring until he realized, like, Neji's not going easy on her because he's hitting, like, major chakra points. And right before, like, Neji could hit, like, her chakra point for her heart, Naruto stops. Like, Naruto jumps in the way and, like, kind of, like, moves his hand. Well, he gets hit. No, yeah, Naruto just moves his hand. And Neji was like, what do you mean? I was teaching her. Like, what are you doing? I was teaching her. And Naruto was like, if teaching her is trying to kill her, then yeah, you were teaching her very well. Anyway, I don't have time to be dealing with this trivial shit. Let's just go back to the village. And Neji was like, since it's so trivial, why don't you fight me? And Kakashi was like, Neji, this isn't the time to be having one of your episodes. And Naruto's like, episodes, so this is a natural, like, this is something that happens naturally. And Sakura was like, Sai was like, yeah, it's because he thinks he's better than everybody. Too bad. Somebody should have put him in his place a long time ago. And Naruto looks over and was like, I don't even want to fight you. Hey, as he refers to Karin, but he doesn't say her name. Why don't you fight him? And she was like, she nods her head, and Naruto turns around, and Neji's like, don't you turn around, like, don't you turn your back on me. And but before, like, he could do anything, Karin, like, was on his, like, Karin, he was on the, like, before he can, like, touch you, like, before he can even get close to Naruto, he was on the floor with a, kind of like a little knife, like a kunai to his neck. And she tells him, if you even think about it, I'll kill you. And then she gets off of him, and Naruto's like, I rest my case. And he walks, like, they start walking away. And Kakashi, like, what the fuck? Like, bro. Guy was like, don't look at me, Kakashi. It's nice to know that Lee gets put in his place. Not Lee, fucking Neji. And Neji's now just furious. So yeah, now he just angry. He an angry boy. He a little baby angry. So, like, they head back, like, they get, like, almost to the Leaf Village, and they, some more Jonin, see them, and they walk up to Kakashi, and Kakashi, like, they walk up to Lee. I'm gonna say Lee have encountered these ones before, so they're talking it up, and they're like, yo, what's going on? Stupid shit, what's good? And as they're chatting up, they notice the two people dressed in all black, and they're like, are they Rogue Shinobi? And Lee was like, nah, one of them used to be, like, he just ran away when he was little, and we don't know who the other one is, so probably. And they were like, yo, I think those are the two people that lived in the mountains. And one of, like, they were like, where'd you find them? And they were like, they were in the mountains, and, over there by that one village. And they were like, wait, those are the demons of the mountain, and you're bringing them back to the Leaf Village? And Lee was like, yeah, there's a problem. Like, those are orders, wasn't it? And they were like, bro, you can't, not them, anybody but them. And they kind of, like, got scared, and Naruto turns around and was like, don't worry. We've already been fed. Well, we've already eaten, so, there's no need. And they, like, get scared, and the girl turns around, or Kani turns around and looks at him and was like, like she turns her eye red and they like fucking dipped. And Lee was like, wait, what was that for? And Naruto laughs and Karin giggles a little and they head out. And when they get to the Leaf Village, a lot of people are giving them glares because they don't remember who these two people are. Well, they know who Naruto. Well, they don't know who Naruto is, but they know that Naruto ran away. So they know that Naruto had like white hair, so they know that one of them is Naruto, but the other one is they don't know who that is. So they're eyeballing, and they get up to the Hokage's. Well, no, not they don't get up to the Hokage's thing. They get get close to the Hokage's mansion, or the Hokage's thing, or whatever the fuck it is, that one office area thing. So they get up there and like they get instead of like when they go in, instead of going up to go see the Hokage, they go down, and Kakashi puts them in like a holding cell area, and Naruto's like, oh, let me guess, it's because we're technically rogue shinobi. And Kakashi's like, yeah, and we don't want to take any chances. You could have made an alliance with another village for all we know. And Naruto's like, huh, tragic. So, Naruto, after like, I'm gonna say, after 5 minutes, another Jonin comes down there, I'm gonna say, like an interrogation Jonin, that tells him like, yo, maybe you can, like, what was going on. Like, he puts Naruto underneath a Genjutsu, and Naruto basically tells him, well, like, Genjutsus don't work on me. And he tries to put Karin underneath a Genjutsu, but Naruto promises the dude that if he puts Karin underneath a Genjutsu, he's gonna tear him limb from limb. And Karin just looks at him and was like, ooh. Like, yeah, he said that, fam. What you gonna do about it? Fight him? I dare you. So, fucking, yeah. Anyway, so Naruto basically, like, the Jonin leaves, and after the Jonin leaves, Naruto, like, they get back, like, to just sitting there. And after a couple of minutes, Hinata comes down there, and she asks Naruto, like, yo, I thank you for saving me, and all this other shit. Naruto's like, nah, that's good, fam. I just didn't want to see you get hurt. Like, I may not like this village, or I may not want to be in this village, but I still don't want to see people get hurt, even though, we actually ate a person. But that's neither here or there. So, yeah, yeah. Wait a second. Okay. So then, Naruto's like, no problem. Anyway, yeah, I guess. Things, yeah. So then, like, it gets really quiet in there, and Sai walks down there like, oh, you guys are, having fun down here. Anyway, Lord Third would like to see you now. Well, not Lord Third, but the fourth Hokage would like to see you now. And Naruto's like, the fourth? And when he gets up there, he sees that, oh, it's Tsunade. And, like, well, no. Naruto opens up the door. Hold on. And sees that it's Tsunade. And the other girl comes into, like, Karin comes into the room, and they're just standing there. And Naruto asks her, so, how have things been? And this is where I'm going to be ending this part off. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, drop a like. If y'all enjoyed my content, please subscribe. Yeah, you can always unsubscribe later. So yeah, peace out.